This is Dabu7. Get ready for a digital dollar. And it's not the digital that all these people out here think that it is. Because the digital that you've been accustomed to knowing is not digital connected to a blockchain. And that is exactly what is coming right around the corner. I've been warning about this since 2017, yet it's coming like a freight train, and it seems there's not much anyone's going to do to stop it here. As the CBDCs are being rolled out by the central banks around the globe, this means that every transaction that you make is tracked on blockchain. Your privacy is gone forever. There is no more hiding money under the mattress, in the safe, burying it, none of it. It will all be tracked and traced by the beast establishment. And we've been warning you forever, and it's about to pop off. Right here in front of everyone, we've got Citi and Wells Fargo among some of the major banks here participating in a 12-week test run. And this is to network for digital dollars. They're going to start to settle things and transactions on this distributed ledger. All practice, if you will, here. And they're saying that a Federal Reserve Bank of New York unit will partner with about a dozen of these banks to test the digital dollar. This is a sign that Wall Street intends to push ahead with its cryptocurrency agenda, despite anything else that's happening out here in the markets, which is all part of some staged events, as it always is. If you're wondering about the nuts and bolts of all this, join me on the live streams where I break this down further. I'll be live this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, breaking this and a whole lot more down, the whole FTX thing, and what it means for us. Ultimately, it means no privacy when this whole thing shifts over. You better get out there and make the purchases that you want to make non-trackable, non-traceable with your cash while you can. This has been Dabu7. Hit that subscribe button for more. See you on the live shows. Much love.
Shalom, shalom, Yahshua Allah. First things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Ruach Kadash, which is the Pele Hubutans, correct names of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to sister brothers living in truth, and shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. Now, as you just heard from the whistleblower, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, other big banks are now about to experiment with a 12-week run of crypto. It's going digital. CBDC, central bank digital currency. They're going to crash the dollar is what this is. That's the precursor to it. And Wells and Fargo, the big banks, are telling you what they about to do. So unlike him, we're going to break this down scriptural because this is what's going into play. The beast system is now getting life. They're breathing life to the beast system. And you know how Esau like to do. Before he do anything, he experiments to see how it's going to go. But we already know through the scriptures and the power of Yahweh Shah through prophecy that this is a move that these devils have to do. Then the end shall come. They must implement Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. They got to do it. And this is it. That's all the people talking about, it's a spiritual mark. It's not that. It ain't the, the device. It's not that, man. It's going to go, all this links up to that device. This is how they about to stop you from buying or selling. Like you said, physical paper about to go. It's going to go digital. To access that digital system, you're going to need a device that people don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shah in them. They're going to run and go get it. They're going to run and go get it because they got too much at stock right now. Especially somebody that got like $20 million in the bank. That mug, they like, the access that you need this. They're going to go get it. They got tattoo parlors issuing that out and all kind of things. It's going down just like that. So this ain't a conspiracy theory. Wells Fargo, like he did his homework, Alda did it too. They are doing a 12-week test and they want to see how this digital thing works. They've been really experimenting with it. If you really think about crypto, that ain't nothing but a digital asset. Digital money that's on the cyberspace. So they've been experimenting. Bitcoin was experiment. All these cryptos, like you see that, what was that one he talked about that crash? FTX. That means they're not rolling with that. They don't want that. That's why it went by the wayside. So they've been experimenting with cryptos, and now they're going to make all money digital. That way they can track every single purchase you make. It's about control. If I put the money on the web digital, I know where you bought it. I know what time you bought it. I know who you bought it with and where. See, cash, they don't like that. That's under the table. Like I said, no more money in the mattress. You can't hide it. All the money going to be in the system. And that's the way Esau wanted, because he gets more surveillance like that. That's a good way he can push out the hopeful elect as well. Like, okay, you don't want to bow down to me? You don't get no money. How about that? That's what this devil going to do. So, with no further ado, I wanted to show you that the dollar's crashing, and you can see it crashing. I'm going to go get an article before we get into the scriptures. Let's go get an article. Bam, tech layoffs, 2022, And see, this article is basically talking about, which I might put it in the description box. Might put it in there. So that way you can read it on your own if you want to. But this is a better article talking about the tech layoffs, because that's who's feeling it first. They already done got they codes. They got all they, AI is in place. Now they don't need all them people. All those college kids, they're like, go get a degree. Go get your degree. You're going to make the big bucks. They making big bucks now. They don't need you no more. So they outing you. So when you look on here and the dollar's crashing, that's why these people, they getting rid of people. You can see, what's that? Asana, 97 employees. But I wanted to see, look, Amazon, November 14th, 10,000 people. They're cutting heads. They cutting the fat, And it says right here, most of that is going to be corporate staff. So that's your middle class. So Esau is right now, what he's doing is he's getting rid of the middle class. That's what that, the Crown Royale situation was used for too. All the mom and pops cutting the middle class out. Their ways is rich and poor. So they're isolating, man. You know what you call it, an isolation move you do in basketball? They're getting rid of the middle class, because the middle class can offset this plan they're doing. So they need it to where only the corporate puppets have the money, and then everybody else is at the bottom. When they roll the plan out, they get a better success rate. So that's 10,000 corporate jobs from Amazon / what's another big one on here? I don't know who Salesforce is, but they're losing 950 people. That's a lot. Oh, Facebook, Meta, 11,000 people. They losing 11,000, So, hey, that's big right there. You got Twitter, about to lose 3,700. A little over 3,700 people. I don't know who Stripe is, or F5. Microsoft about to lose 1,000. So this is a real thing. This is real right here. They're cutting head. That's gonna make more grief. People gonna be like, and these are people that used to have big money getting their jobs cut. So this place is drying up. They're drying up, and you can tell with the moves they're making, they're getting ready for that dollar crash. Especially they doing all this in tech. That means they don't need them no more. The AI systems is up and running. The robotics, the infrastructure, the B system infrastructure is already up and running. So now I don't need you people to code anymore. So now get out. I'm about to do something real diabolical to you. That's what Esau's doing. So with no further ado, now, look at that. So I'll put that in the description box for y'all if y'all want to look through the job cuts. If, hopefully I'll remember. So no further ado, let's get to the scriptures on this. Check that out. Let's go to James chapter 5. We're in that territory. And watch how the first one starts off, because this is happening right now. This is James 5:1, especially with that FTX crypto crash. A lot of celebrities, a lot of people had their money invested in that crypto, and it just bellied up. So everybody had their money involved in that. Guess what? You just lost all your money. It crashed. Next up, the dollar. So check it out. It's James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, Weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments moth-eaten. So they said the rich man, well, we just seen Amazon about to lay off corporate jobs. Rich people about to feel the pain. You know, Jeff Bezos just lost 50 billion. Microsoft lost billions. All these top companies lost billions because the dollar's crashing right now. They just don't want to say nothing. You know, but that rug's about to get pulled. So when they feel it, they make the next man feel it. And they're going to make everybody feel it. Everything about to be bad. They're going to crash the dollar. It's going to be chaos. And then they're going to come in with a plan. They're going to look like CBDC. The digital currency is going to be like the saving grace. And if you don't know the mercy and the power of Yahweh Shai, you're going to look at that as your way out. And you're going to take it, and you're going to be doomed if you're an Israelite once you take that. Because then you're going to pay a penalty. You're going to suffer the wrath of Yahweh Shai for not heeding to him and bowing down to Esau. Because that's what that thing is all about. You know, and they're getting rid of the rich. You know, mom and pops who can like hire you, or maybe, you know, really ain't no running from this because this thing about to go digital. So the rich men are howling, you know, and like I said, the riches are corrupted. Why? Because they got them by deceit. You know, that's why the kingdom being translated, you know, which is in the Bible too, which I might go get this as I said that. I might go get that. The kingdom is translated for riches got by deceit. That's why the riches are corrupted. You got it off the blood, sweat, and tears of my ancestors, the Hebrew Israelites. That's the only reason why these Edomites got anything over here. You know, why America got so rich. It got rich off our blood, shed, and tears. That's why. And you lied. Then you went to the other countries and you stole, lied, cheated, and stole their resources as well. So Esau about to pay for that. That's what's about to come upon them. So since he know he about to pay for it, you know, Yahweh about to put the foot off in him, he gonna try to put something off in you. That's what the devil is doing, Yahshua. So, since I said that, that goes good with, let me see what that said. If I can remember off the top of my head. Now, keep in mind what we just said on that precept. Let's go to, is it in 15? I want to say, is it 12? There you go. It's in 10. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So Esau about to lose his kingdom right now. When I say Esau, talk about Edomites, which is so-called white man. They're about to lose everything they got. You know, their last-ditch effort is to roll out a digital currency, which is going to have, you know, Revelation 13 and 16. It's going to be a device. And they're looking to take as many people down as they can with them because they're finished. They can't lie no more. You know, the truth of their identity is being revealed. So now they got to just go ahead and crash everything. Order out of chaos. Create chaos and try to establish some order out of that. That's the devil's next move. But it's not going to work. Yahweh is going to upset them, you know, when they trying to fill their belly, when they think they got it. You know, that's why the verse said the kingdom is translated. Esau's about to lose rulership. World War III is the end of Esau's rulership. And him crashing the dollar is him trying to create a scenario, damage control, and try to get back the narrative. You know, that's why they got critical race theory. You know, they got to get the narrative back. Esau has lost control because Yahweh is about to make his grand entrance again. So this devil's coming out of power is what we witnessing. That's why everything's being kicked up, you know. So back to James chapter 5, because this is why the devil's going to crash the dollar, because they have to, because they got to implement a new system to hide themselves. You know, they tell you that, the devil, what's that? The World Economic Forum with Klaus Schwab, global reset. They're trying to reset it. They're trying to turn back the clock because they done lost, Yahshua. So check it out. This James 5 and 3. For your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it with fire. Ye have heaped up treasure together for the last days. They done heaped up treasure for us, you know. And what he said, your gold and silver is cankered. You know, nobody wants your dollar anymore. That's talking about Esau's economic system. It's no good. That's like having your gold, silver, and it's cankered. Nobody want it. You got 200 countries that have got rid of the U.S. dollar. They're not dealing with it anymore. They're going with the yuan, the ruby, things of that nature. You got the BRICS nations. So Esau, the US dollar is no longer the reserve currency for the world. So what's next for it to do? They got to crash. They got to get rid of it. And then try to implement a new system, which is going to be digital. That's why they done went with all the digital 5G stuff. And then try to, put the people in more captivity, more bondage. And like I said, it said, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. I know why your dollar messed up. You didn't deal righteously, devil. Talk about the Edomites. They don't deal righteously. They use usury. They call it credit, but really is a form of usury. And Yahushua ain't with that. He said don't do that. And this devil, he's about to go down because of that. That's why everything is drying up. And check it out, I'm going to go on this one. And this is number 4. It says, behold, the hire the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. Esau ain't nothing but a fraud. Crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. So hey, there goes in Yahushua. The cries of the hopeful elect has now entered his ears. That's why all these moves, that's why everything is changing. That's why prophecy is moving so fast. Because Yahushua is about to upset these devils. And they got to move quickly too. They really behind the clock. They're moving sloppy. They're playing because they losing their wisdom too. They're going back to caveman status. All the intelligence and wisdom they used to use based off of us, that they got from us, they're now losing it. And they're going back to the base men that they are. And I'm talking about the Edomites. They're losing it. And check it out. Here go 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. So Esau, you was living good. You was living hall to hall. The lower level Edomites had a thing called white privilege that they all, did good on. And guess what? All that's been stripped away. It's going bye-bye. Wave by when you go. And here you go why. Here go number 6, James 5 and 6. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. So all the crimes that Esau, the Edomites, so the so-called white man, all the crimes you done did to the true children of Israel, starting with the African Americans, Native Americans, and so-called Hispanics, those 3 groups which make up the 12 tribes of Israel, because of all those unrighteous dealings, and because you killed them, we can go back. I can go back to the 1920s, say Black Wall Street, and show that. Because you killed the just, because the Yasharala, the Israelites are the just. And he don't resist you, because our people still all 2/3 still cooned out. They cooned out, samboed out. Hey, that white man good to me, don't they? Not bad about the white man. They cooned out, so he didn't resist them. You done kicked him in his butt and he's still liking you. But the hopeful elect, we think differently. So because of that, you've been condemned, Esau, and you on the clock. And that's why Yahushua is coming to destroy y'all and put you in captivity. So their last ditch effort, which I want to get back on subject with, is that they're about to roll out a digital system. Now, in this digital system, it's going to come with a device. If you take the device, that's like you bowing down to Esau. If you take that, you're no good to Yahushua. He's looking for those that's going to resist Esau. He wants his fighters, his warriors back. Those that believe on him. You believe in Yahushua, you is not going to take this devil's device. You're going to fight on that. Like, hey, paper dollar or nothing, devil. Plus, us in this truth, we've been here long enough. We know what it is. We know why this devil's doing what he's doing. We know who the devil is. A lot of our people don't even know that information. They think it's some red man with his pitchfork horns burning people with fire underground. No, man. The so-called white man, Esau Edom, that's the devil in the flesh. Look at Bill Gates. Look at the Pope. Just look at all their history. KKK. Just do a little background check on them. You'll see the devil. Used to lynch people, public lynchings. That's the devil, man. That works. It speaks all about them. And then, read our word. Read the laws of the Bible and watch how America goes against everything in the book. They're the anti. They're the son of perdition. They destroy everything they touch. Pervert everything. They're sick. They're the devil. So, with that being said, we're at the end of Esau's rulership. So, he's going to be desperate And he's going to implement a thing that he doesn't know what he's doing is the will of Yahweh Shah. It's a beast system. He thinks it's a new form of technology, but really it's what has already been prophesied to happen in the word. That's his effort of putting us back into bondage. That's the devil's plans, Yahshua. And they're rolling it out in our faces right now. They're talking about it. They're experimenting with it. And it's rolling just like that. And that's a good way for them to sift. You know, they're sifting, but really the Lord is sifting. He want to see who really believe in me and who don't. And I notice every time the Lord tests his people, who does he use? Esau, the so-called white man. He uses them to test his people because that's the devil. That's Satan. That's the adversary. He's going to use them to see of his people who really got faith and who don't. You know, if you got faith in Yahweh Shah, you know, he going to give you that hedge of protection. He ain't going to let these devils, you know, harm you. You know, if it's not in your spirit to be a martyr, because there's going to be certain brothers going to be martyred for this truth, because this thing about to get real nasty. It's called Jacob's trouble. Esau about to come down great route. I said in a minute, our people going to know that Esau the devil. He going to go back to that 1700, 1600 spirit. You know, they're going to get to this hunting Yahshua, because he's the cunning hunter, like the Bible says in Genesis. So, to get back on topic, Babylon's drying up. Esau's kingdom was drying up. Let's go to Yahweh Shah. He's showing it too. He is showing. Let's go to Haggai 1:11. And it reads, "And I call for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands." So that right there can go into their monetary system, because it's the same thing he did to ancient Egypt when he got ready to destroy them. So as you can tell that Babylon the Great, America's about to be destroyed because it's a drought. You know, it's about to be a famine. It's literally a drought. The West Coast is dry. You know, I think it was a lake or a river or something like that in Utah. They said a record level drought. The Mississippi River is so dry they can't even get, you know, the barges, the goods through there. I did a whole lesson on that. The Mississippi is dried up. They ain't talked about that no more. That mug still dried up. So this place is literally drying up. You know, the money system is drying up. The dollar drying up. You know, the food, the crops ain't growing like that. They're dried up. They already talking about this grain famine coming. That's dried up. And it's surely about to hit. And when it does, it's going to create chaos. It's going to create second address type of things, you know. Men are going to be, you know, invading one another for a lack of bread. That's coming to Babylon the Great, you know. And Esau's going to speed it up by crashing the dollar to create more chaos. That way he can come in with some type of order and he can pick and choose who gets to have food, who gets to live. Like you got the one devil, Gates of Hell, talking about we overpopulated. You know, he wants to, see, Esau wants to control the population. He wants to decide who get to live and who don't. And he's looking at Israel, Yahshua, us, all our numbers, and he's like, damn, there's too many brown and yellow people. I need to take them out. We need more whites. So that's another thing they know. They call it replacement theory. Esau know he done. Esau know he getting replaced. So therefore, what is he about to do? He got to disrupt the monetary system in order to disrupt the whole society as a whole, so that he can, you know, implement new unrighteous decrees, draconian laws, and so that he can dictate the birthright. Because this thing is all about a birthright. Esau wants the birthright back. He lost it back then. He see that he ain't got it. He's trying to get it back, and he thinks doing this new diabolical plan, the central bank digital currency, and cutting off the food supply is his way of getting it back. That's what these devils are planning. That's what they're going to do. So we got to be in the house of David. We got to have our faith pumped up to the highest level that Yahweh Shah will, you know, look out for us and feed us and protect us during these evil days that's coming, these troubling times, these perilous times that's coming. You know, because all that's going to lead to this. Let's go to second Esdras. I talked about all of that. Second Esdras 16 and 17. And it said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And we know who's going to deliver us. Yahweh Shah. And check it out, here go 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, World War III, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, because all hell about to break loose. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Did you peep that? And we know what to do. You better call on names of Yahweh Shah. You better pray. You better be in the house of David. Because you're going to need to be delivered in those days. Because what did it say? It's going to be the beginning of famine, great death. See, a lot of people going to get knocked off when this event hit, especially when that dollar crash. Esau going to go straight monkey crazy when that dollar crash. And the beginning of wars, World War III, they just had a little scare, a little brush up, but World War III can kick off any day, And it says the power should stand in fear. Man, Esau's in great fear right now. Them devils are shaking in their boots because they got to throw this plan out there, but they know like I know. They know deep down inside in their soul they are not going to beat Yahweh Shah. These devils know that, Yahshua. The elites are scared. So if the elites are scared, all the lower level Edomites is just as scared, man. I know the ones that I'm looking at every day, working with and all of that, they are terrified. Terrified because they know they're at their end. Esau is the end. And so we got to get ready for it. We got to get ready. This is the beginning of sorrows. It's about to get real rough and real thick. Real rough and real thick. So it's about to go. I'm going to bring out this too before I end off. Let me go get this. Because it's just, I got to hit it. It's classy. It goes with the lesson. And this is really what this devil want to do. Because this, with that CBDC, central bank digital currency, he's going to be able to stop you from buying and selling based on if you get the device or not, which really goes in this precept. Let's check it out. This Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Check out Neuralink. I just put some in my community board. I think BlackRock got them something like that too. I did another lesson. Check out the NFC, C-HIP, that device. They have that already. That technology is already there. And I did plenty of lessons on it. Just scroll down, you'll see it. And check out 17. Salaki, 17. And that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So if you don't have the device, the grain of rice, you're not going to be able to buy and sell. That cuts that. Oh, it's a philosophy. It's a spiritual mark. No, it's not. Esau don't deal with stuff like that. This thing is going to be a digital type of device, which is going to be like a stamp, which is going to dictate what you can buy or sell. And they're going to do that, but they're going to crash the dollar. Dollar going to be no good. The dollar's going to be no good. They're going to look at that. That's paperwork. That's paper. You might as well, wipe your butt with it, wipe your nose with it. Draw, let your little ones draw on it. It's paper. It's useless. It's been useless. And so what they're going to do is they're going to make it completely useless, where they're like, they ain't nothing but paper, and they're going to go to a digital currency, whatever they call it. AmeriCoin, Fed coin, Biden bucks, whatever they want to call it. It's going to be a cryptocurrency, whatever they want to roll with. Now, I heard Klaus Schwab say that they're going to use the XRP or the Ripple coin. I heard that devil say that. So that could be the crypto they roll with it. But it's going to be a crypto, and it's going to be digital. It's not going to be tangible. Ain't no go to the ATM and pull my money out and touch it in your hands. No, it's not going to be tangible anymore. It's going to be a credit on the cyberspace, the Internet of Things. It's going to be a total digital thing. You're going to wave your hand or your head, pay for your goods. They're going to be able to track it, know where you spent it at. Ain't going to be no hidden nothing. The devil, he want to see everything. He want to track every little piece of currency he got. He can't do that with the current system. So he has to blow up the current system and bring in a new system, a digital system, where he can track it using his artificial intelligence. That's the plan of Esau Edom, aka the white man, the devil. That's what he's going to do. And we got to be prepared for that. And the best way to prepare for that is to be locked in this thing spiritually with Yahweh Shah. It's going to go to a barter system. Think of things you can barter, but really you need the Lord. If you don't have Yahweh Shah, you're not going to make it through this. You're not gonna make it at all, because there's gonna be chaos going on, invading one another. A lot of Edomites don't want to get with this plan. The lower level ones we work with and deal with every day, they don't want to get with this. So they're gonna fight with their swords. That's another thing of how he took out Egypt. That's when the scriptures say Egyptian versus Egyptian. I've said Egyptian against Egyptian. That means that's the modern day Egyptian is Esau, the Edomites. They're gonna fight against one another. This place is going down just the same way ancient Egypt went down. Same scenario. So this is Esau, Pharaoh, his last ditch effort. Let me brand you real quick to say you mine. That way your power won't accept you anymore. You know? Because this devil know he already lost. This devil knows he lost. So since he lost, he wants you to lose too. And the only way he can make you lose if he gets to brand you. If he gets to put a device in you. An insert. You know, that's digital. That's what this devil's gonna do. That's the plan. So like a good watchman will let you know, like, hey, resist that at all costs. I don't give a damn. Trust in the Lord. The Lord said those that, you know, my faithful servants, I will feed them and they will drink and they will have food. Believe on that. Trust in that. Now our faith got to kick in. At some point, faith going to have to kick in at 100%. You know, we're going to lose part of our houses, our cars, our jobs. You know, we ready to lose it all for you. How about you, shot? So get ready for that. Get your mindset ready for that. Like I say, even go so far, like, look, you might lose your life for this truth. So know that that's on the line, you know, and because that's really the only thing, that's the biggest thing the devil can threaten you with is death. So know that that's on the line. Get that on your mind, Yasharala. You know, get ready to fight hard for this truth, because this devil, he about to show, you know, he about to test us, which I might leave off with this. Let me see, what was the word? Might leave off with this before we leave. Yep, I'm going to leave off of Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, talking about this word, baby, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Let's read that again. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. When that revelation, when that thing start rolling out the device, when they roll out them CBDCs, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So everybody, all our faith about to get tried. Like everybody could talk that talk. When the device roll out, you know, and Esau coming down great wrath, then we're going to see if you about it or not. But the Most High just said right there, if you keep the word of his patience, that he'll keep you from the hour of temptation. So stay in these scriptures. Stay locked in. This is our best way to beat it. This is the best way for us to beat the devil. So with that, I hope this is edifying. I want to say Kwam Yasharala, detail Baba Bob, Shalom.